Christmas Post, hot off the press, newspaper delivery, morning edition, the Christmas Post.
You're early this morning, Hank.
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve, Hattie. And your newsstand's my first delivery. Wanted to get an early start. Hope to get done by noon. I still got a lot of shopping to do.
Well, from the looks of Main Street, you're going to have plenty of company.
Yep. Looks like it should be a good sales day for you, too. Everybody looks forward to getting the Christmas edition of the Holmesboro Post.
Well, I can't sell any of these papers without my newsies. Where are those kids?
I think I see them. They're all looking at that candy store down the street. Let me give you a hand. Hey, newsies! Papers are in. Let's go! Now that ought to do it. Merry Christmas, Hattie McGee.
Merry Christmas to you too, Hank.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Christmas headlines, that's what we shout it. We've got to boast, we've got the most Christmas news in the Christmas Post.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Join the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la.
Oh, sorry about that, folks. It seems to me that each Christmas gets busier and noisier than the last one. I used to wonder why everyone was in such a hurry on December 24th. I don't just think it's because they're out doing last-minute shopping or in a hurry to get home. No, it's not just that. They seem to know that miracles are in the air tonight, and they're just hoping that they can be a part of it. Why, take Sam Gillespie and his caroling group here. This is the entire congregation of Central Avenue Community Church. That's right, you heard me. All 4 of them. Why, inside 1 year, their pastor took a job at a bigger church across the county. And, well, everyone else just figured it was too far to drive to go downtown to go to church. Brother Sam here was the head usher. First one there, last one to leave. Everyone got so used to shaking his hand on the way in and out, well, they just started calling him Reverend. He wouldn't take the title pastor, of course, but he did become Brother Sam. They're out here caroling, trying to earn money for their soup kitchen and to keep their doors open. They sure could use a miracle or two. Oh, and here's another place that's always trying to get more people to come through its doors. Herzog's Department Store, the oldest store in Holmesboro, Indiana. I ought to know, my newsstand's been here almost as long as they have. People used to say no one has more Christmas spirit than Herzog's, but now, well, things have changed since Elliot Herzog Jr. took over. This place could use a heap of miracles. And what better night for miracles than Christmas Eve? Why, isn't this the day that the greatest miracle of all took place so long ago? And I think there's still a little bit of that first miracle just waiting to rub off on all of us. Maybe it'll be today. Let's find out.
La. Excellent. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
These are the 2 that you need to keep your eyes on this Christmas Eve. That is, if you can get them to slow down long enough. This here is Alice Garfield. No one seems as out of luck or full of faith as Alice Garfield. She's a 2nd grade teacher, but she's taken a seasonal sales job here at Herzog's to try to make some extra money for Christmas. This is her 3rd Christmas alone. Her husband Frank was killed in action in Okinawa, but she's never looked back. She just keeps looking up and moving forward. Oh, and over here is her daughter, Katie. Only right now, Alice doesn't know it. She thinks Katie spends each afternoon at a neighbor's house with her little brother, Scott. But Katie's taken a seasonal sales job too, selling newspapers for me. I have a feeling that these 2 are dead set on a collision course with a miracle. Maybe it'll be today. Let's find out.
Hi, Hattie. Like my new disguise today? Nobody knew it was me, not even Sergeant Buchanan.
Well, it's a good thing he didn't, because if he did, he would have arrested you for impersonation of a man with very questionable taste. But where'd you get this getup anyway?
In the attic is my grandpa's. Grandma used to hide a bunch of his clothes at our house.
Well, I can see why.
She said he was starting to cause accidents.
Well, you're headed for an accident if you're not more careful. I declare, Katie Louise Garfield, if your mother finds out that you've been sneaking away from Mrs. Schuster's to sell newspapers for me, she'll ground both of us.
Oh, she won't find out. Mrs. Schuster's in on it. So's my brother. I told him if he snitched, Santa will leave him a stocking full of cut-up worms.
Well, to a 4-year-old, that might not be much of a threat.
Besides, it's my last day. Mrs. Schuster knows I'm doing this until I can earn enough money. Want to buy Mom that locket in Herzog's window. You know, the one she wants so much, but it's gotta be a surprise.
Oh, it'll be a surprise, all right. Now, let's get your hair up underneath this cap.
I'm sure glad you hired girls. All the other newsstands in town only want boy newsies.
Well, as far as you're concerned, you are a boy newsie. All you girls are. But you gotta keep the hair under this hat.
Okay, okay.
And no freebies. Last week you gave away more papers than you sold.
I'm sorry. Some people didn't have any money.
They didn't have any change, Katie. It's not the same thing. You're too kind-hearted, just like your mother. But you're never gonna make any money giving things away.
I'll remember. Achoo! 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 Excuse me.
Goodness, sweetie, are you catching a cold?
Don't worry, I always sneeze in threes. I'm probably just allergic to Grandpa's coat.
Oh, no, don't use your handkerchief. You gotta use your sleeve, like this,
Okay. Is that what boys do?
among other things. And try to say something like, so's your old man a lot. Oh, and spit, just occasionally. Oh, your mother is coming this way. Here, put these right here. And crouch down. Okay,
Okay,
go.
so if I have a-
Merry Christmas, Mrs. Garfield.
Achoo! Excuse me.
Wait just a minute.
The Christmas postman? Here, it's on the house. Oh yeah, so's your old man. Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas. You ought to teach your newsies some manners, Hattie. And while you're at it, some business sense. You won't make much of anything giving things away.
I keep hearing that.
Would I know that newsboy from somewhere? I don't think I've seen him around.
You know, it's possible, but you look confused, dear. Would you like some tea?
Oh, yes, thank you. It's just, I don't know. I don't think I'm ready for today. First, I dumped my purse all over Main Street, and then, well, I guess I must be seeing things. I could have sworn I saw my father walking down the street earlier. But that can't be. He's in Chicago. We won't see him till New Year's.
Oh, well, you know, it's probably just the bustle of Christmas Eve. You know what they say, anything can happen, even a miracle or two.
Oh, I could use both.
Still a little short in the cash department?
I took this job on pure commission. Boy, was that a step of faith in the wrong direction.
Well, here's the thing about steps of faith. You can only take one at a time. You'll see. Everything will work out eventually.
Well, I don't have until eventually. I only have till 5 o'clock. And then poof, just like Cinderella. My extra job evaporates and my extra paycheck turns into a pumpkin. And what am I left with? A 1934 Studebaker with a busted carburetor and 2 kids with empty stockings.
Empty stockings? You don't mean empty.
I don't mean empty. I just mean empty. I don't have for the special presents. Scotty wanted one of those yellow pedal-powered chrome-lined cars over at Herzog's, and Katie wanted a bicycle. But come to think of it, she stopped mentioning it about 2 weeks ago after the car broke down. Now she keeps saying how she doesn't really need anything, and her room's crowded enough as it is. She sure is something special.
It runs in the family.
Excuse me, ladies. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas, Brother Sam.
The caroling was wonderful, Brother Sam.
And such enthusiastic participation.
Yes, that's what you get when your entire congregation is also your choir. Perfect church attendance at every single concert. They just get a mite confused when it comes time for the applause.
Your nativity's still on for today, isn't it?
Yep, got the frankincense right here. Pardon me, Alice, but I found some money near the bus stop a little earlier. Sergeant Buchanan said that it was probably yours. He said that you had a slight mishap.
Sergeant Buchanan never was very good at filling out accident reports. Here, Brother Sam, keep the money. Put it in the collection bucket for the soup kitchen.
Are you sure, Alice? The church is more than happy to help where we can.
Oh, I'm sure. There's many people who can use it much more than I, especially today.
Especially today. Well, we'll see you at our New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve party, won't we? We'll be giving away food, clothing, and toys to any family that's in...
I don't think I'm quite that destitute, at least not yet. But we'll make sure and be there. I know Katie and Scott would love to see it. I just don't know what time I'll get done. It is my last day.
Well, I'll save some seats for you, which shouldn't prove too difficult.
Well, the top of the morning to you all. Can I interest anybody in a jelly donut? Special flavor today is, let's see. Possible.
Cinnamon?
What?
Possible.
Peppermint?
Chicken? What?
Peppermint?
I said peppermint. Would anyone like one?
You were right. No, thank you. But it's good to see you in your rations, Sergeant Buchanan. We were beginning to worry.
Well, I like to make sure that the bakery is nice and secure before it opens. But you know, now that the business day's about to begin, I got a couple of boys downtown on Lieutenant Riot Patrol. After all, it is Christmas Eve, and anything can happen.
I keep hearing that.
Aye. Oh, say, preacher, I wanted to tell you, that was some very nice warbling that you had there. But do you think your folks might be able to sing Peg Me Heart?
It's Christmas, Sergeant.
Well, all right. Well, then, how about Wearing of the Green?
I'll put in your request. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, Merry Christmas.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Hattie, I need to use your phone if it's all right. I got a couple of boys downtown in a manhole. I got them there on the corner of, on the corner... Oh, on the corner of 43rd and Central. That's right. Oh, and Alice, it was nice to see that your father's in town.
My father? You saw him too?
Aye, tell him to come by the station and we'll have some donuts and play some canasta. That boy sure knows how to dress. Hello? Lieutenant O'Shaughnessy? Aye, this is Sergeant Buchanan. Have you handed out the gas masks this morning?
I just don't think I'm ready for today.
Quiet! 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 You guys aren't listening. Now I really mean it. I really need your help today. I think my mom's onto me. So if I could trade Main Street for somewhere else, anywhere else, volunteers? Thanks, Kelly. I'll take Central and you take Main. And everybody else give me a little secret sign like this, or bang, if you see my mom coming, okay? Okay, now what do I have to earn today? Trudy, you're the treasurer. What's my total? Wow, I didn't know I needed that much more.
And I can't believe how much more I still need to earn in just one day. I really want to buy these gifts for my kids. They have such faith in me. I can't let them down.
I've got to get my mom that present. I'll just have to try harder.
No one's trying harder than I am, Hattie. But I just can't seem to get ahead. Fact is, I can barely keep up. Seems I'm always short on money and long on debt. Hard times I remember, good times I forget. I'm full up on troubles, I'm fresh out of time, and all I've got is one more day to find. A little more Christmas at Christmas time this year. A little less heartache, a little more Christmas cheer. A dream that won't vanish, the days to last. A little more future, a little less past. Believing in Christmas, this Christmas may be tough. When believing in Christmas just may not be enough. So if a little more faith can find its way under my Christmas tree, there'll be a little more Christmas this Christmas for me.
See, I've got to come through. My mom deserves it, especially this year. Seems she's always finding worry and losing sleep. Smiles come once a day now, laughter once a week. I know she thinks Christmas is in short supply, but she's got me and I've got plans to buy. A
lively, everyone. The store opens in 10 minutes. We don't want to miss 1 minute of sales today.
Oh, it's my supervisor and the sales team. Look at me, Hattie, a 5 o'clock face, and it's barely even 9. I just wish I felt ready for today.
You're ready. Just one step at a time.
Okay, gang, time to hit the streets. I'll be right there. I think I see my first sale headed this way.
And remember, minions, Herzog's means quality. Herzog's means quantity. Quiet. Quiet! Thank you.
Want a paper, mister? It's the Christmas Post. Just a nickel.
Oh, how quaint. An example of American entrepreneurial enterprise in miniature. Observe, staff, the shrewd trade savvy of Maxwell Q. Selden. And so, my little fellow, what special deal are you prepared to make me so I won't take my nickel to another merchant?
Here's your paper. It's free.
Wait a minute, kid. That's not a special deal. That's just stupid.
Soldier man.
Staff, this is not the sales technique we employ at Herzog's. Remember, we make customers buy things they never knew they wanted with money they never knew they had. It's a mission of mercy. It really is.
Good morning, Maxwell. Hi, everybody.
Ah, Mrs. Garfield. Late again, as usual.
Late? I was early. I was here before anybody.
Well, obviously you forgot about our 8 o'clock staff meeting this morning at JCPenney's. We dumped 10 gallons of eggnog at their entrance. Whoopsie daisy.
Maxwell, you know I can't be here by 8. I can barely be here by 9. I have
that's
to
what's
walk,
expected of you.
remember? My car broke down and I didn't have the money to fix it. I still don't. That's why I had to
get those
take this
snowshoes,
second
huh?
job.
Second
If I don't get it fixed, I'll probably lose my first job. And
What are you
I've
gonna
got a
do? Get a
mortgage to
third
pay
job, you
and
could.
monthly bills and now Christmas.
Yes. The road of life is just full of bumps, isn't it, Mrs. Garfield? But with or without a car, I still expect you to be on time and in line by 9. And even though this is your last day with us, and boy, are we gonna miss you. If you can't cut the Herzog mustard, you can always choose to take an early retirement.
You mean quit? I can't quit. I have 2 kids that depend on me. Haven't you ever have to depend on someone, Maxwell?
No, nor have I ever been the dependee. Life is a lot easier when you only have to count on yourself. It's a very simple number to remember. 1.
1? That's all you have, even on a day like today, on Christmas Eve?
Especially on a day like this. Look at this frenzied crowd gathering. 1 is all I can keep track of. Oh, now, come on, everyone. We have to ready the store.
Merry Christmas, Maxwell. May God deliver his richest blessings to you today.
Fine, as long as they don't come COD. Now, excuse me, Brother Sap.
No,
We're kind of in the
Sam.
middle. Whatever, please. I'm sure the store will make its standard contribution to you if you'll talk with our bookkeeper. But right now, we're in a bit of a rush.
But I'm not here to go talk about that. I'm actually here to go through the schedule of events today. You see, according to this schedule, it says that we'll be singing in front of your store on the even hours, and then at 43rd and Central on the odd hours. And then somewhere at 4 o'clock is our nativity scene, which should be somewhere around here. Is that correct?
Look, you can polka with a reindeer as far as I'm concerned. Just don't block the flow of customers. And that goes for you too, Miss Associated Press.
Happy holidays. Would you like some fruitcake?
I know your game. Just keep those papers and kids off store property.
Well, how about a cheese ball then? Can I cut you some?
First bribes, now threats, or I can report you to the Federal Trade Commission.
Well, maybe one of these days you'll learn how to have a real Christmas, Maxwell Selden. Until then, many happy returns of the season.
American commerce in decline. It's not a pretty sight. Oh, Otis, get that door open. And the rest of you shoppers, the store won't be open for 10 more minutes. You're like a pack of wild dogs. Back. Ugh. Now listen here, Father.
Brother.
Whatever. We want some peppy carols today.
Peppy?
Yeah, full of zing, plenty of razzmatazz. We want to put people in the mood to lay down the lettuce, not kneel and pray. So stick to the jingle and fa la la department.
I'm afraid we see Christmas from a somewhat different perspective, Mr. Maxwell. You see, I see it as a season of, you see it as a season of selling. I see it as a season of receiving.
Selling, receiving, what's the difference? As long as they come in the right order.
Well, actually, there's quite a big difference. You see, the only gift that really matters at Christmas can't be bought, and that's because it's free.
Free gifts are a quick way to go out of business.
Well, it's a good thing for you that Jesus didn't share that same philosophy.
Well, obviously, Jesus didn't know how to market Christmas.
Maxwell, Jesus is Christmas.
No, I'll tell you what Christmas is. People are Christmas. Those people. The American consumer. Gullible fools, all of them. And with all due respect, Rev, on Christmas Eve, they want to be shopping in a store, not praying in a church.
Well, you do have a point there. These people are what the season's about. All the more reason we should be out there singing today. There's a lot they need to hear.
But you'll keep things peppy,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Lots and lots of joy, trust me.
And modern. Make it very today.
Plenty of news. Good news, as a matter of fact.
Perfect. Maybe you'll steal some of that paper peddler's business. All right, staff. The store looks primed. Everyone, to your posts. Miss Garfield, Miss Dexter, to your posts.
Oh, we were just rearranging the jewelry.
Toys, Mrs. Garfield. Your department is toys.
I know. Nadine, keep an eye on that locket, the big silver one. I know I won't have the money to buy it, but I sure would miss looking at it every day.
All right, ready, staff? We've got approximately 2 minutes before
Ahoy! Arriving at 0900 hours off the port bow.
He's early. Of all days, this is the day he's early, and he's already inside the store. Okay, everybody, get in position. Come on. All right. Now, display the merchandise. Oh, yes. Now, look happy. No, that's too artificial. Look humble. Oh, that won't work. You won't sell anything. Look aggressive. Too angry. Look religious. Oh, come on, Brother Spam.
Sam.
Whatever. Look like you want to sell something.
But I don't want to sell anything. I want people to receive.
Here, receive. Now, everybody, sing.
What do we sing, Maxwell?
Something, anything. Make it peppy. First thing that comes into your head.
What's this?
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mr. Herzog. Happy birthday to you.
Not the best choice.
If this is a surprise party, there's been a gross miscalculation. You do have the correct date of my birth entered in the captain's log, do you not, Miss Plunkett?
June 17th, an act of Congress couldn't change it.
Well, if anyone thinks today is June 17th, you're in for a rude awakening. I expect every one of you, Miss Plunkett and I have been down here since dawn, double-checking the inventory, and I expect every one of you to meet your quota and unload your cargo. To your stations. Not that way, Mrs. Garfield. To starboard, to starboard.
Sorry, sir. I mean, aye.
Mr. Selden, a word, please.
Aye.
Brilliant maneuver, Maxwell. That's using the old brain.
At least I've got one.
Double check the inventory. Don't worry, kid. The boss barks at everyone, just like a poodle.
Well, he certainly runs a tight ship.
You know, he was only in the military for 5 months during the war, you know. Never saw a day of action, just sat on a cargo freight off of San Diego. I think he's compensating for missed opportunity.
Well, what happened?
Well, I'll tell you what, when you mentioned about that running a tight ship thing, I'll
Right.
tell you, if it was any tighter, we'd all be dying of asphyxiation around here. Everything is always done exactly the way my father did it when he founded Herzog's 42 years ago. That dog don't hunt. Old man Herzog used to run a store.
that put the customer ahead of the almighty dollar, especially at Christmas. Everyone used to say no one had more Christmas spirit than Herzog's.
Well, what changed?
Herzog, Jr.
Let's have no more slip-ups, Captain Selden, or we'll send you back to the galley where you started.
The warehouse, sir? You wouldn't.
I would.
You couldn't.
I could. It took us 3 years to put you in charge of sporting goods and 4 years to make you sales manager. It will take 1 minute to send you back to heaving boxes. So I better see some pucks and putters flying off these shelves. Do I make myself clear?
But it's not my fault. Mrs. Garfield missed the staff meeting this morning, and then she started arguing and displaying
I
most
said,
uncooperative...
do I make myself clear?
Aye.
And the rest of you, I want your sails hoisted and your rudder straight. It's full sails ahead. I especially want everyone to seize any opportunity there is to push these cloth dolls and paddle balls. We're overstocked, and today is our last day to get rid of them. So no matter what a child may think he or she wants, make them buy these instead.
Mr. Herzog, that's not what Christmas is about. Children need to have that one special present they wish for. We all do.
Mrs. Garfield, there's only one thing that Christmas is about: selling surplus. So everyone move them, or you'll find yourself being moved right out the door. Any questions?
I have a question.
Who are you?
Well, Father Sam, Brother Sam. I'm from the congregation a few blocks down the road, and I'm here to go through the schedule of
Yes.
events for
The
the day.
Holy United First Tabernacle Family Singers, or whatever. Well, sing anything you want, anywhere you want. Just keep things peppy and stay away from the door. And at the end of the day, we get 10% of your take.
10%?
That is the correct figure, is it not, Miss Plunkett?
Unfortunately.
But Mr. Herzog, the collection money's there to go and clothe and nourish the people.
Which is precisely what I'm in the business to do as well. Exactly the way my father did when he founded Herzog's 42 years ago. You see, son, I don't run a store. It's a vessel of life. And I'm the commander. If you don't get on board, it's every man for himself. Do I make myself clear?
Aye.
I'm the admiral of retail, and I sail the sea of trade. In my captain's log, I detail every blessed cent I've made. From stem to stern, I know what I've earned, and I hourly review it. From fore to aft, it's a thankless task, but someone's got to do it.
And you're the man to do it.
I labor willingly with this philosophy. It's the old heave-ho where the profits grow and the ship and crew are tough.
Aye.
Give a loud ahoy for my employ. The policy is get the green stuff.
He's a loud ahoy for his employ. The policy is get the green stuff.
The green stuff? You mean your only motive is to make money? Mr. Herzog, you can't possibly mean that. Not on Christmas Eve.
Especially on Christmas Eve. Well, it's the biggest sales day of the year. We even have a cash and carry policy. No cash, no carry. Yes, sir, Daddy would be proud. It's a day for cash transactions. Regulations must prevail. And the buyer's satisfaction must not interfere with sales. No gun clause, no foul. Trust everyone agrees here. Railroads, no ho-ho-hos. After all, my middle name is Ebenezer. Yes, sir, and proud of it. If Scrooge were here right now, I'm sure he'd take this vow. It's the big heave-ho where the profits grow and the ship and crew are tough.
Aye.
Give a loud ahoy for my employ. Policy is get the green stuff.
He's a loud ahoy for his employ. The policy is get the green stuff.
Mr. Herzog, I know I've only been here for 2 weeks, but surely you could bend the rules for just one day.
Change the rules? Violate regulations? Ho ho! not on my command. What are you trying to do, Miss Garfield? Is cite a mutiny?
No, of course not.
Then get back on board. Everyone to your post. Rough seas ahead. When recession winds are blowing and the ship is miles from shore, all employees must keep rowing. Everyone must pull his oar. Unless we dock with the whale of a stock in a great big surplus anchor, one day you'll blink and the store will sing. And I'll be the one who's anchor.
You'll be the one who's anchor.
Now cut that out. That day won't come, you see.
If we're all in
It's a big heave-ho for the profits grow and the ship and crew are top. Give a loud ahoy for my employ. All see is gathering some. It's a big heave-ho for the profits grow and the ship and crew are top. Give a loud ahoy for my employ. All see is gathering some. It's a big heave-ho, the profits grow. Loud ahoy, my employ. Policy will guarantee that we store cast off in 1 minute.
Otis, man the door. Everyone else, batten down your merchandise. I'll take the wheel.
Wow, that's reassuring.
Stop a stocking in a Dixie.
Well, I better get out here before the tidal wave. We'll still see you at the service later today, won't we?
Of course. 4 o'clock, right?
As far as I know.
You'd better abandon ship now, Brother Shrimp.
Whatever.
What a great day. There's money in the air. I can smell it. Ready, and 5, 4, 3, 2.
Excuse me, where's the returns department?
Shopping, shopping. We are shopping, shopping. Shopping, shopping. Christmas shopping, shopping. Last minute shopping, shopping. Shop, shop, shop.
Excuse me, where's the returns department?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm new here. I don't know.
The 5 rows back to the left, behind all the shoppers.
Here.
What's wrong with me, Dixie? It's 10 a.m. and I barely sold a yo-yo.
Have some faith, kid. And push a little.
What do you mean?
I'll show you.
Shopping, 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 shopping.
Try selling. See what I mean? You gotta start selling.
Guess I'm not so good at selling.
Let them know you're selling.
Okay, here goes. I'm selling.
Excuse me, is this the returns department?
Fat chance, buddy. No one returns Maxwell Q. Selden merchandise. Now move out of the way. You're blocking the customer.
Just a minute there, Maxwell.
And happy holidays, Mrs. Consumer. Sorry, Mr. Herzog, I didn't see you. It's been a very busy morning.
Indeed. What's the total?
Well, a lot.
A lot?
Well, a lot more than the toy department.
We'll see this afternoon, won't we? I hate to think my sales manager is out being outsold by the Swati. Carry on.
Aye. Okay, I'll show her.
I'll show him.
Shopping, shopping.
Shopping, 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 shopping.
Our Christmas rush is on again. It's high and overdrive. We only have a single day. We pray we will survive this.
Bargains! Come and get your bargains!
Oh, no, you don't. Hey, everybody, gonna show you. Yes, I'm here for bargains.
I'm gonna sell these bargains till we drop.
Do either of you know where the returns department is?
No! Nice try, Alice. Your little gimmicks aren't gonna gain you anything.
accept this pile of sales receipts.
No dice. Prepare yourself for an epidemic of buyer's remorse. You're gonna see every one of those items back in the return department.
Did somebody say returns department?
No!
Okay, kids, the day's half over. How many papers have you sold? God, Katie, what about you?
Only half a bag.
That's not enough. Not for a paper like the Christmas Post. Now, haven't I taught you kids to yell all over town?
Yeah.
Well, then let's hear some of that selling.
Extra, extra. Read all about it. Extra, extra. Gotta shout it. Genji Christmas Post.
Is this the returns department?
I don't know what you got.
Broken ear.
Oh, to your mother's arm. Isn't it about time for your nativity scene?
Yep, 1 hour from now at 4 if there's anyone to watch us.
Well, your collection bucket sounds a mite bit empty. You ever consider giving away free donuts?
Could be sticky, but I think we'll look good as long as we're singing, singing. We are singing, singing, but no one's listening to our singing, singing. But we'll keep right on singing. We'll sing, sing, sing. The Christmas rush is on again. It's harder on the feet. The minutes and the hours fly. We're dying to complete. Bargains, come and get your bargains. Everybody got a bargain. Yes, I do survive for me. I'm gonna sell these bargains till we drop.
Store closes in 5 minutes.
5 minutes? But you can't.
We always close at 4 o'clock on Christmas Eve.
But, Mr. Herzog.
Herzogs can do anything.
Oh, tough break, Mrs. Garfield.
You ought to see something great in that cloud.
Try me.
Glad, please.
Bargains, come and get your bargains. Everything for you.
Yes, I do survive for me.
I'm gonna sell these bargains till we drop. Bargains, come and get your bargains. Everything for you.
Yes, I do survive for me.
I'm gonna sell these bargains until we drop. Until we drop.
Thank you for shopping at Herzog's department store. We know you had a choice of merchants, and we appreciate your patronage. Now, Merry Christmas, bon voyage, and please vacate the premises by 1600 hours. That's now.
Oh, never mind.
Good afternoon, everyone. You may pick up your pay envelopes and your Christmas bonus on the way out, but only one salami per employee. And we'll see you at 9 sharp on the 26th.
That's 8 o'clock in front of Sears and Roebuck. Don't forget the eggnog.
Mr. Herzog, couldn't you keep the store open for just a little bit longer? Especially when there's an emergency?
And what might this emergency be, Mrs. Garfield?
Me. I'm the emergency. I've been working on pure commission, and I just about have the money to buy my kids their special presents. That yellow car over there, and the silver bicycle on aisle 10. I know 1 more hour is all I need.
Mrs. Garfield, I am sympathetic to your plight, but there's simply no way that Herzog's department store will stay open 1 minute past 4 o'clock on Christmas Eve. We have always closed at 4, and we always will. Just like my father did when he founded Herzog's 42 years ago. Case closed.
Sorry, kid. He got the facts straight, but not the story. Old man Herzog used to close the store at 4 o'clock in order to throw the biggest Christmas party in all of Holmesboro. And everyone was invited, including all those folks that Brother Sam and his friends are trying to help out.
When did we lose sight of what Christmas is all about?
Probably when we lost sight of who Christmas is all about. Come on, honey. There's a salami with your name on it.
Last call! All ashore! Who's going ashore?
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconcile. Joyful all ye. Wait, everyone. Alice, what's going on? The store can't be closing.
It can, and it has.
But it's only 4 o'clock.
Herzog's has always closed at 4, and it always will on Christmas Eve.
I know it has in the past, but I thought this year would be a little different. We were supposed to sing in front of your store at 4 o'clock.
So go ahead. We haven't closed the sidewalk.
But what's the point if there's no one around to watch us? Look around. The street's almost deserted.
Well, I'm sorry your box office is down. Perhaps it's your wardrobe. Now, if you excuse me, I have some last-minute shopping to do, and so I have to get home.
You don't shop at your own store?
Never. The prices are too high. Besides, we're closed.
Chin up. Remember what tomorrow is.
I know.
Christmas. Another excuse for paying the American worker a day's wages for not working. That must be the goodwill toward men clause.
You know, Maxwell, I bet you the only thing you find under your tree tomorrow is a safety deposit box. I hope you'll be very happy together.
A match made in heaven, I assure you.
Guess the star just didn't shine bright enough to get us to Bethlehem this time. I guess we'll just have to try again next year. We'll be singing just a few blocks down there, Hattie, and Alice, I'll be saving you a place tonight.
Thanks, Sam.
Merry Christmas, Brother
Merry
Sam.
Christmas.
So much for taking a step of faith, Hattie. Even one step at a time, I still fell flat on my face.
Well, I wouldn't call this a fall exactly, more like a stumble.
Well, call it whatever you want. But it's still Christmas Eve, and I ended up with nothing. Zip, just one more hour, and I would have had the money I needed. But instead, the day started with nothing, and it looks like it's gonna end with nothing.
Now, it seems I've heard somewhere that faith is the evidence of things not seen.
Well, I sure don't see anything. I don't know how anyone can get much faith from that.
That's because you're operating from the notion that seeing is believing. I think you've got it backwards. Believing is seeing. Anything can happen on Christmas Eve. Miracles are yours for the asking. The unexpected happens when you believe it may. 'Cause anything can happen today. It's a time when angels can appear to us, and the love of God feels so near to us. For unto me and unto you, Christmas offers a miracle or two. Anything can happen right here, right now. Have a little faith and believe that everything is gonna work out somehow, some way. 'Cause anything can happen.
Excuse me, can you tell me why all the doors at Herzog's department store are locked?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. They closed at 4 o'clock today.
Oh, no. No, this can't be happening.
Oh, what's wrong?
I had a present for my daughter on layaway, a dollhouse. You know, the big special present. And oh man, I have just ruined her Christmas. She had such faith in me, and I just let her down.
Well, I work at Herzog's. I don't know how, but I'll find a way to get you in.
You will? Oh, lady, you're a lifesaver.
Herzog's may have ruined my Christmas, but I'm not going to let him ruin everybody else's. Now, if I could just find... What's this?
A key? Old man Herzog gave it to me years ago for emergencies, and as I recall, you are an emergency. Now, what you do with it is entirely up to you. Just don't tell anyone where you got it.
Today I'll make a change to make a dream come true this Christmas Eve. Today, tomorrow will change, 'cause I know that she is counting on me. Look, mister, I found a key. I can open up the doors to Herzog's now.
Herzog's is open. The sale is back on.
Oh, wait.
They've opened the doors.
I was just opening the door for one man.
One more hour, and I would have had the money I needed.
That's right. That's right. Herzog's is open. A last-minute madness sale. Hurry, shoppers, it's your last chance.
Shopping. We are shopping. Christmas shopping. Last minute shopping. Shop.
Shopping.
What's going on?
Isn't it amazing, Brother Sam? I believe this miracle did. I'm gonna make the money I need.
Where did you get the key?
I don't remember, but the nativity scene's back on. Bring on the frankincense and hay.
Boys in the shopping. The Christmas rush is on again. It's high and overdrive. We only have a single day. We pray we will survive. Shopping. We are shopping. Christmas shopping. Last minute shopping. Shop.
Mrs. Garfield, what is the meaning of this?
Maxwell, Gypsy, what are you doing here?
Well, when I saw two men running down the street with a canoe from my department, I knew something was afoot.
A Christmas Eve madness sale. Old man Herzog would have loved this. Count me in. Come on, Maxie, what do you say?
Are you out of your mind?
I think somebody needs your help.
Oh, I'll help
Look, sporting goods.
Oh, no, you don't. You're trying to earn that extra commission, aren't you? Well, you're not selling my snorkels and rackets. You want to play in the big leagues? You got it.
You don't have a prayer.
Well, that's all you've got.
Maybe that's all I need.
It's over, Garfield.
It's just started selling.
Dear God, Mr. Maxwell.
Shopping. Christmas shopping. Last minute shopping. Shop.
Great day at the Varden. What's going on in there?
I don't know, Sergeant, but isn't it grand? You were right. Anything can happen today.
Anything can happen. I do it. Looting and rioting. I better call the boss. I tried to warn him. No, thank you very much. Hello, Mr. Herzog.
Anything can happen.
You better get over to your store right quick.
Anything can happen.
Oh, if the riots are, you're being robbed.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 4:45 on Christmas Eve. And may I simply say, for the record, that in the 42 years since my father founded Herzog's department store, nothing has ever been done this way before. And God willing, nothing will ever be done this way again. I demand to know who is responsible for this lawless disregard of policy and tradition.
Me? What? You can't be looking at me. I was trying to stop it. I was the solitary voice of reason in a world gone mad. I battled tirelessly to bring an end to this carnage. I put my life on the line, sustaining a painful and cosmetically damaging bruise on my left shin. And
stick a snorkel in it, Maxwell.
It was all my doing, Mr. Herzog. A man needed a present, a special present. Apparently a lot of other people did too, including me.
I see, Mrs. Garfield. Well, it seems you've left me with nothing more to do but fire you.
Wait a minute, Mr. Herzog. You can't do that.
And pray tell, why not?
Well, for one thing, it's your last day. And the store closed at 4 o'clock.
Well, that's true, but however, Miss Garfield just opened the store back up until 5 o'clock, and since there's 12 more minutes left of extended employment, it's terminated. What's more, I'm keeping all of our wages thus earned to pay for the damage.
Mr. Herzog, if you do that, I won't have a Christmas tomorrow. I may not have a tomorrow, period.
Well, you might have wanted to think about that a little sooner. Come with me, Sergeant Buchanan. I have to file some paperwork at the offices across the corner, across the street. Oh, and I hope Daddy never has to see this.
Mr. Herzog, wait. Are you sure you want to fire Mrs. Garfield? I mean, don't you think that's a bit extreme? Well, I mean, what I'm trying to say is, it was her fault, certainly, but taking all her money? I mean, after all, doesn't everyone deserve a Christmas morning? Well, couldn't your policy change just this once?
Which question would you like me to answer?
All of them, I guess.
All right. The answers are yes, no, not necessarily, and you're out of your mind. Let's go, Sergeant.
Can't I finish me donut first?
Sergeant!
That's right, but they only have peppermint on one day of the year. One.
Maxwell, you've got to get Mr. Herzog to reconsider. You have no idea how much was riding on that money for Alice.
I tried. Didn't you hear me try? After all, I'm not my brother's keeper, or my sister's, for that matter. You know, we'd all be a lot better off if we all just learned to take care of ourselves.
Well, I'm sorry that everything has to be a matter of self-interest to you, Maxwell. Even Christmas. Oh, by the way, here's the 10% of our take, as Mr. Herzog put it. I know the collection wasn't very much, but big things usually come out of it. You know, you might want to stop looking at price tags. They're just not very good indicators of what something's worth.
Come on, honey, buck up. Today isn't over yet, and anything can still happen.
Thank you. I've had enough of things happening, and I quit before I ruin everybody else's Christmas, too.
Alice, everything that you've done today was for one reason, to help somebody else have a better Christmas. God always honors a giving heart. Mm-hmm. It just takes a little longer than we planned.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry, Brother Sam, but I'm all out of time, and just about everything else, too. For 3 years, all I've done is ask God for more faith. And from what I can tell, he just keeps saying no. Just look at this catastrophe around me.
But that might be part of the problem. You see, it's awful easy for us to keep our eyes focused on our own circumstances and not on God's. Sometimes it just takes a little longer than expected.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And honey, when you don't do that, it's just one recipe for disaster. Why, just look at Mary and Joseph. If they all sat around in the misery, or even the shepherds and kings, if they sat in their misery and just thought about nothing about how impossible their situation was, where do you think they'd have ended up? Not in Bethlehem, I can tell you that. You know, they didn't know all God's plan either. Fact is, most of the time they didn't even have a map. All they had was a star and a promise. So listen here, lamb chop, you don't need more faith. You just need to start acting on it. No one ever got to Bethlehem without a little forward motion. No more steps of faith, kid. I think it's time to take a leap. Ready? Don't give up. Don't give in. When the going tough, that's just when faith kicks in. Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you. Night and day, He's telling you to keep the faith. So don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give in. Don't give in. When the going tough, that's just when faith kicks in. So let your faith begin. Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you. Night and day, He's telling you to keep the faith. Remember when the king threw Daniel in the lion's cage without a single means of self-defense? But Danny had a simple faith that calmed the lion's rage, so breakfast didn't come at his expense. When morning came, the king was sure that Danny boy was gone. But there Dan sat with all those bets, his faith had made him strong. So don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give in. Come on. When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in. There you go. Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you. Night and day, He's telling you to keep the faith. Remember the disciples sailing on the stormy sea. The boat was tossed and they began to sweat. Then Jesus stood across the waves and called out, "Come to me." And boldly they began both getting wet. The mighty faith of Simon Peter suddenly shrunk. 'Cause when you take your eyes off the prize, on the child you're sunk. So don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give in. Don't give in. When the going's tough, that's just when faith kicks in. Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching over you. Night and day, He's telling you to keep the faith. Keep the faith. When Daniel faced the lion,
Mrs. Garfield, what are you still doing on store property? I believe I made it perfectly clear that your employment with us ended exactly 4 minutes ago. So what are you doing standing on the furniture?
Mr. Herzog, there's something you should know. Mr. Herzog, there's something you should know.
What is it?
About your policies and the way you run your store and Christmas. It's not all about the green stuff, and it's certainly not all about cash transactions and regulations and salamis. And, well, if you never take a leap of faith, you'll never make it to Bethlehem. And I think there's such a thing as running too tight of a ship.
Mrs. Garfield, what are you talking about?
Your ship's too tight, sir.
What is she saying, Miss Plunkett?
Just what everyone's saying around here.
And what is everyone saying?
Oh, Mr. Herzog, it's simply a wonderful idea that you had a Christmas Eve madness sale. Such excitement, such savings. It's such a wonderful thing, just like the old days at Herzog's.
And I'll say, you know, I haven't been doing much shopping at Herzog's recently, but from now on, I certainly will.
Thank you, I think.
Well, I plan to patronize a place that puts the customer before the almighty dollar.
You can say that again. Will you be doing another madness sale on the 26th?
I'm not sure. That is to say, the policy hasn't been established. Just a moment, please. Maxwell, what's going on? I'm not sure.
Brother Sam, what's going on?
Sometimes it just takes a little longer than we planned.
Shoppers, I apologize for the earlier confusion of the afternoon. But concerning this so-called Herzog's Christmas Eve madness sale, there's nothing more to say except...
Junior?
Daddy?
Hello, Elliot.
Before you say a word, sir, I can explain everything.
I'm not sure you need to. I've been hearing the whole story from half of Holmesboro.
Really?
My phone hasn't stopped ringing for 1 solid hour. New customers, old customers. The boys down at the 47th precinct. All anyone can talk about is this Christmas Eve madness sale. Why, it seems to have turned the store in this town upside down. So, I only have one thing to say.
I've weathered many a storm and gale, sir. Fire away.
Brilliant sales strategy, son. I didn't think you had it in you. I know I promised not to interfere when you took charge 5 years ago, but I just had to come down here and say, ship shape.
Oh, well, I'm surprised. I mean, that should come as no surprise that I would constitute a marketing campaign that was so capture the spirit of the season. I met some resistance at first, but I alone stood firm, insisting that regulations not stand in the way of making everyone's Christmas wish. Well, actually, there's someone who offered very little assistance. Dixie Plunkett, my faithful bookkeeper, was right there from the start. And Brother Sal and the Holy Shouters Band, they kept keep the atmosphere. Well, actually, it was a group effort, yes. Every single customer contributed to... all right. It was Alice Garfield's idea.
I had the feeling someone else is involved. Congratulations, my dear. Whatever gave you the inspiration?
No, I was just trying to get a special present for someone.
And that's just what this store's been about for 42 years. Well, I'm certainly proud to have someone like you on Herzog's staff. Aren't you, son?
Yes, sir.
Does that mean I'll get my 2 weeks' salary back?
Well, of course. In fact, I was hoping you'd stick around next week for after Christmas sales. Do you have any brainstorming for the 26th?
The 26th? But that'll be too late. I need the money now. Yes, I do have a brainstorm.
What are you talking about?
We'll have a sale now. After all, we still have all these overstocked dolls and paddles. We'll offer them at a special price.
We've already tried half pricing them.
No, let's double the price. We can give half the proceeds to Brother Sam's Soup Kitchen, and all the toys can be donated to the needy families at the church service.
That is the most irresponsible, addle-brained, unprecedented scheme I've ever...
I love it.
And I love it.
Carry on, my dear. I know I'm leaving the rest of Christmas Eve in good hands. I must run. I've got an appointment at the Christmas tree with my grandchildren. So do you, Elliot. 15 minutes. Oh, I almost forgot. Amanda gave me a note to give to you, reminding you to buy an angel for the top of the tree. Now, don't disappoint my favorite granddaughter. She's got a lot of faith in you. Merry Christmas, everyone. And God bless your new year.
Bye, Daddy. 10 minutes? We got 10 minutes to... Where's my sales force? Maxwell, Otis, Patsy, Nadine. Dixie, surely you will...
In your dreams. We're all officially off duty. Looks like there's just one salesperson left.
I do still have 10 minutes left of my extended employment.
One salesperson for all of this?
That's right. And remember, she's on commission.
Church is just 6 blocks down the block. Service is in 30 minutes. Just follow our congregation.
Get your Christmas Eve special. Double the price. Give it away. Spread some hope on Christmas Day. So don't give up. Don't give in. When the current sun that's just what they fix it. Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching all of you. Night and day, He's telling you to keep faith. So don't give up. Don't give in. But when the good stuff that's just what they fix it. Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching all of you. Night and day, He's telling you to keep faith. Well, the Lord will see you through. Yes, He's watching all of you. Night and day, He's telling you to keep faith. Keep the faith.
Oh, Dixie, have you ever seen so much
green stuff?
So much green stuff.
Goodbye. Great stuff.
And it's certainly gratifying to know that most of it is going to go to Brother Sam's Soup Kitchen. And after Alice's commission, the rest can be used for any damages, starting with this captain's log.
But the captain's log isn't damaged.
Well, we can fix that. Great day in the morning. Who left this peppermint jelly donut in accounts receivable? Whoopsie daisy. And I think we need to do something about this whistle.
That's damaged too?
We'll take a closer look.
Okay.
Come on.
I think I feel...
Yes, we're going to chat.
You were right, Brother Sam. When you stay focused on your problems, you can never see past them. Even when God was there the whole time.
It's a good thing He's so willing to wait for us, no matter how long we take. Excuse me, Alice. Maxwell, are you all right? You seem awfully quiet.
Oh, I'm just double checking the inventory. You know, a big sale on Christmas Eve. You gotta take stock of where things are.
Well, Christmas Eve is a good time to go do that. And it was quite a sale, wasn't it?
Boy, I just can't get over those people paying double the price for something they didn't even want and then giving it away. They're
gullible fools.
No, that's not what I said this time. Sam, about earlier, some of the things I said, well, actually, all the things I said, look, what I'm trying to say is...
Merry Christmas, Maxwell. That's all you gotta say. Don't worry about it. So, you just about ready to head on home?
I'm sure not going to spend the night in this drafty icebox.
No, I mean, are you going to spend time with your family?
My family has moved on.
Well, I'm sorry.
The Depression killed my parents. First dad, then mom. Watching both your parents work themselves to an early grave tends to color your perspective. I swore 5 years ago that I'd never let that happen to me, that I'd never be that poor again. So far, I haven't.
Were the times with your mom and dad happy?
Always.
Well, then you weren't poor.
What are you talking about? We were one step away from being destitute, especially at Christmas.
I'll tell you what colors my perspective, especially at Christmas. That at the center of our most expensive holiday is a baby born into the world homeless, wrapped in rags and, well, destitute. Sometimes I think he came that way just so that the rest of us would learn to listen to him. At least when he talked about what real success is about. Or when he said, what good will it do to inherit the whole world but lose your soul?
Not to worry. We were never in any danger of gaining the world. When it was just Mom and me, half the time we didn't know where our next meal was coming from. At Christmas, she'd need to take an extra job just so I'd have something under the tree, but I always did. I always had at least one special present every year.
Maxwell, you're welcome to spend tomorrow with me and my family. Christmas is an awful time to be alone.
According to who?
Well, God, for one. You see, that's how this whole thing got started. We obviously weren't doing very well on our own, so he decided that he wanted to go and help. And he became one of us. He even took a name on that means just that. Emmanuel. God with us.
That's a comforting idea if you live in a world of nativity sets and Christmas cards. But in my world, people leave. People die. You better learn to take care of yourself.
Yes, people are going to disappoint you, and we're all going to die. Both those facts are certain. But I'm equally certain of the fact that Jesus came to solve both those issues.
What? With a manger?
No, not only with a manger. Christmas was just the beginning. Start at the manger on a cold winter's night. Look for a star in the sky, then follow its light. It leads to a manger for the world that was lost. Start at the manger, then go to the cross. Start at the manger, at the child in the hay, the gift of our Father in heaven, the price he would pay to save all his children, no matter the cost. Start at the manger, then go to the cross. Imagine that you own the wealth of the world, all of it silver and gold. What good will it do when tomorrow arrives and your heart is empty and cold? Start at the manger where redemption began, when Jesus stepped down from his throne to die as a man. All of our riches, we will count them as loss when we start at the manger, then go to the cross. Start at the manger, to the cross. The invitation for tomorrow still stands. You know, if you're not doing anything tonight, maybe you'd like to come to the service.
You'll have a packed church tonight. One more won't make any difference.
Maxwell, one more makes all the difference. Well, I better be getting. Now, you have a wonderful Christmas, Hattie McGee.
Merry Christmas to you, Brother Sam. You better get going. You know, you have a church full of people waiting for you.
I do, don't I? Well, I better run then, before they change their minds.
Sam, wait a minute. Here's the 10% back. Put it back with the original offering. That's where it belongs.
I'd wish you'd come deliver yourself.
I've got plans. Maybe next year.
All right. 6 blocks off Central if you change your mind. Well, Mary, whoa, almost ran over you, little lady.
Sorry, Brother Sam. I've got to get to Hattie's right away. It's almost 5 o'clock and Herzog's is going to close.
I wouldn't worry. That store is having trouble staying closed today. Now, you give your mom the best Christmas of her life tomorrow morning. Do you hear?
I will. Bye, Sam.
Bye.
Maxwell, I have a little present for you. Here's a little something from me to you.
Really? What is it?
It's a cheese ball without the knife.
Thank you, I think.
You could eat it here, or you could take it with you to the church service, 6 blocks off Central, in case you forgot.
I didn't forget. I've got an engagement. Fact is, I'm running late, so.
More than you know. Well, happy holidays.
Hattie, I sold every one of my papers. And no freebies. Well, maybe a couple. But I think I've got enough money. I've just got to have enough money.
All right, well, let's count it out and see.
Aren't you through adding things up yet, Dixie? I've just got to have the right amount of money.
I'm counting, darling. Can't you see the smoke rising up from my fingers?
Well, I'll leave you ladies to drop anchor and lock up. And we'll see you, Miss Plunkett, and you, Mrs. Garfield, on the 26th. Daddy says he'll be dropping by to hear what new brainstorms are brewing.
Oh, I'll be there. And so will my brain.
Oh, that's what I'm afraid of. Well, good evening and good work, Miss Garfield.
Really?
For a swabby, you really can pull an oar. Carry on.
Aye, aye. Now count it again, Dixie.
Hattie, that can't be the right amount. I'm so close. Add it up again.
All right, but I've already counted it twice.
Oh, bother. I forgot the angel for the tree. Where am I going to find an angel for this time?
Oh, Hattie, it's beautiful.
Remarkable. I never knew you had Christmas ornaments at this newsstand, Mrs. McGee.
Well, there's probably quite a few things you haven't noticed over the years, Mr. Herzog.
Finding that out. So how much for the angel?
How much are you short?
$1.83.
$1.83.
That's an odd price.
Well, how about an even $2? That's a nice normal amount.
All right, that sounds fair. It is a beautiful angel, and I am lucky I found one.
It's Christmas Eve, Mr. Herzog. They're everywhere tonight.
Oh, Elliot, I have another gift for you. Here you go.
Your window wreath? Well, thank you, Mrs. McGee.
Well, I know how you like the green stuff. Now, you better get going. You have a tree and a very anxious 5-year-old waiting for that angel.
Oh, you're right. Merry Christmas, ladies.
Merry Christmas.
$2 whole. I made it, Hattie. I've got more than enough.
I'll go get your pay, sweetie.
Hey, that's quite the sales technique you've got there, kiddo. Maybe I should take some lessons.
Oh, hi again, mister. I'm sorry I threw that paper at you before. I was kind of in a hurry.
That's okay. So was I. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You don't actually believe angels are real, do you?
Of course. I know they're real. Heaven, too.
But how do you know?
Don't you remember the angel Gabriel who appeared to Mary and told her about the birth of Jesus? And the angel that appeared at the tomb and told the woman that Jesus had risen from the dead? And the angel that released Peter from prison and...
You've lost me. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Don't you know the stories of the angels from the Bible?
No, I don't. But come on, you're just a kid. Kids don't read the Bible.
Oh, yes, I do, Mr.
Maxwell.
Maxwell. I know that heaven is real and that eternal life is real. I know that one day I will see my daddies and grandmas and Jesus too. My mom says that day will be better than a million Christmases.
That's quite a lot of faith for a little girl. I don't understand that kind of faith.
The best way to learn about faith is to read the Bible. Don't you have a Bible?
No, I don't. But I have seen a whole lot of faith in action today. And I've seen your faith too, kiddo. Knowing you are going to see your daddy again one day, I wish I had that confidence, that peace, that faith. Can you tell me how I can have that?
Sure I can, mister. For God so loved the world that he sent his son Jesus, who was born in a manger. Do you believe that?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, see, that was Sunday school stuff back when I was a kid.
Well, it's still true today. When you believe in him, he gives you the best gift of all, a new life.
But you don't understand. I've been a horrible person. Mean, bitter, greedy. Okay, you've seen it. I could never be good enough to accept this gift.
You don't have to be good enough. That's why Jesus died on the cross. He takes away all the bad things we've done and makes us into a new person.
Well, that definitely sounds like what I need. But okay, so what exactly do I need to do to get this new life?
I believe the only thing you need to do is pray and tell Jesus that you're ready to have him start working in your life. Would you like me to pray with you?
Sure, I guess. I don't know how to pray.
Anybody can pray. My mom says it doesn't have to be any fancy language or big words. Just tell him what's in your heart. Let's pray. Dear God, you must be so happy that Maxwell has decided that he wants a new life with you today. Thank you for all the people that have shown him your love. Thank you for your son, Jesus, that died on the cross to save our sins. Thank you for everyone who showed Maxwell who you really are. Now you pray.
Okay.
It's okay. You can do it. Just let it come from your heart.
All right. God, Maxwell Selden here. God, I don't know what to say. I've never actually prayed before, as you know, but I can tell you now that I understand why Jesus came on Christmas morning. It was to bring love, joy, peace, and to die on the cross for my sins. I do believe that. And I do want to start a new life with you. Thank you so much for all the people who've opened my eyes today as to who you really are, especially this young lady.
Katie.
Katie. Thank you, Katie.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And welcome to the family, Maxwell. Here's your pay, Katie. You better get going if you want to buy anything else today.
Thanks, Hattie. Bye, Maxwell. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Maxwell, do you know what time it's getting to be?
The time? I better hurry, Hattie. I've got an engagement. Bye. Now, was it 5 blocks off Central or
6 blocks? Didn't I tell you folks that there were miracles in the air tonight? One right around the corner, one 6 blocks off Central. Yep, I told you. Merry Christmas, Maxwell Selden. I think you're gonna have a real Christmas this year.
I can't believe I'm still short.
Oh, not by much. One more sale would do it. Let me just lend you what you need until you get the rest of your commission. and
No,
then we'll-
keep your money. I'm going to count it again. I'm not going to abandon ship now.
Abandon? Alice, you're really starting to scare me.
Excuse me, but is it too late to buy something?
Well, it hasn't been so far today, but you'll have to check with our sales staff.
Where are they?
They're all right over there, counting.
56, 57, 62.
Excuse me, but I'd like to...
Can I help? Oh.
I'd like to buy the locket in the window, please.
Oh, honey, you don't have to spend your
One
money on...
more sale would do it. 1 minute left.
Which locket would you like, miss?
The silver one. The one that's big enough to hold this picture of my daddy.
Oh, honey. Sold.
And here's your commission. Your full commission.
Well, I'd like to buy those items on layaway.
Sold.
The yellow car, the one Scotty wanted so much. I thought you said you couldn't afford it.
Well, I found something under the Christmas tree, something I've been missing for a while now.
What's that?
A little extra faith. And I found something else, too.
What?
Why don't you take a look?
My bicycle! Mom, you're the best. And it's the one with the silver chrome and the tassel on the handlebars with the basket on it. Well, just wait until Trudy and Janice see this. They're gonna be so jealous. Can I ride it to school?
Be
Can I
careful.
use it to deliver papers?
I don't want you on the streets yet. It's still icy out.
I want to see you burn some rubber.
Dixie, don't encourage her.
You might have to take your mom to work on that.
But I beat you home. Who?
I knew you could do it. I always have.
I knew he could do it.
Well, I think that's about everything. Are you ready?
You go on ahead. I'll stand lockup. I do have a key, you know.
That's right, you do. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Dixie.
A dream.